Hello, hello. It is time for our Trello training. Oh, let me see. How did I not do that? There we go. I wanted to use StreamYard because I like the way that it shares screen. So I am excited to bring you this Trello training. I have been using Trello for about 2 months, 3 months now. I actually started using it a lot in March because I ended up finding a really great board to do all kinds of stuff. So the one I'm going to talk to you about today is a prospecting tracker. And so let me just open up this and we will talk through this. So the prospecting tracker looks like this. There's a lot of different lists that you can create. And when you start adding cards, they can actually move across the screen. So when you get access to the link, you're going to end up opening it up, and then you're going to click more, and you're going to copy the board. The first time you ever click on a shared board, then you will be asked to sign up for Trello. It is free. You can just go ahead and use an email and password and get signed up so that you can keep track of these boards. You can continue to copy them. We'll talk all kinds of stuff. So this is Kate's prospect tracker training. Okay, so we're going to do the create, and you'll notice that the title changed, and you will now have access to do anything you want here. So within the menu, if you don't like the beach scene, you can change the background to something that you like. If you upgrade, you have more photos. I think you can upload your own photos. Okay, that's a little too dark for me. Let's find something a little happier. Colorful. We'll do that one. Okay, there we go. So it's very easy. There are a lot of different trainings that you can use. You can create your own from scratch. So when it comes to using this Trello board, what I'm going to suggest is we go back to some of the basics. And especially for a new person or for someone who just wants to try something new to change the trajectory of their business, you can utilize this template and create a card and we can call it Jane from Emos, and create the card. So I would recommend, I have this template. You can use it, you can throw it away. I don't really care. I kind of liked this idea. You would want to put any contact information right here so that you already have it. If it's somebody from your phone, you can put the phone. If it's somebody you connected through Messenger, any way you want to keep track of this person. And then you can just write a comment that says, I invited to my lunch party on 4:30, and then save. And you can see now that it will put a date on there, and you can actually go back and look at it. You have all kinds of other things you can do. For me, I kind of like the labels. I went in and started kind of putting some information in these labels. You can, and then I'm a color person, so I kind of like, if I know that this person is a text only person, if this person is somebody I just friended on Facebook, you can do that. And so then you have some color coordination so that when you close out of this, then that card is saved. When Jane from Emos signs up on your e-store, you can push it over here. If you want to add if you invited this person to launch to 15-minute party as a list. You can add that too, and then you can move that over here. So you have all of these lists, and you can move these cards from list to list. And if you want to put this one here, you can do that. The best part about this is that when you do this on paper, you don't necessarily have the ease of being able to label things, add additional information. With Trello, you can do that. You just keep adding more and more cards, and you can get up to 100. I don't know that there's a limit. I haven't played around with that much, but you can see as if they express interest. You invited them to the party, if they signed up, placed an order, if they expressed interest in joining, if they became a new team member and placed their first order, you can just move the card around. You can use this. I have included some party scripts for the 15-minute party to make it easier. Everything's right here in one place so that you don't have to be on Facebook if you don't want to be. I created this checklist out of the how do you set up a party. So if we wanted to create our card and say pre-launch party Kate and 5, 6, and I'm going to create the card. So you can add a due date, and I want to have everything set up. If I'm going to have the party on the 6th, I want to have almost everything set up and start inviting people on the 3rd. So you can do that. And you can see a lot of these come with checkboxes. The party focus is going to be maybe makeup this time. We have our party date to 5, 6. And I'm going to create a special link in the group that I have. And a lot of this information is in the party scripts and summary of the party. So we just save that. And as you create things, you can just check them off. You can check stuff ahead of time. I just got to put it in this order for myself. And you can see that everything is there. And then when you close it out, then you have it set up here. Because you signed up with an email address, anytime you have like due dates or things that are happening, Trello will send you an email to remind you. If you have people who say that they are not interested, don't delete their card, just move it over into another list and come back and talk to them later, because you never know when things change. And this way you don't lose track of where they were in the process. I also added the memory jogger document so that people could see it and utilize it to, start working on their list or rework on their list. I really like this because you can copy these as many as you want, although I will kind of show you, I've got a mess of stuff on here, but I will show you anyway. You can starboard that you know that you're going to be working on so that it pops to the top. You can create multiple workspaces to be able to organize whatever it is you want to organize. And I believe you can have up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can have up to 10 boards in each of these workspaces. So it's why I recommend that you go ahead and create multiple workspaces as you start creating more of these boards to be able to track anything that you need to track. And for me, I used a couple of different things to keep track of some fun stuff. But Trello is really one of those things you just got to dig into. I really like this tracker. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be very helpful to keep everything going. Trello also has an app, so you will be able to utilize it whether you're a mobile person or a computer person. I tend to be more of a computer person, but that's just me. When you have finished with this one and you maybe want to copy it and start over, Because it might be really full, you can obviously do that by going in here, clicking it, and making another copy of it. I always recommend that before you start making any changes to something, you may want to make a copy of that to have a master template. And then if you are done with the board or you don't like what it looks like, you can close the board here and then delete it so that you don't have a whole bunch of stuff clogging up at your workspace. And then you just come back here, go back to the to your template and start over. There are a lot of coaches out there, and there are quite a few people that have free Trello boards that you can copy that may work better for you. I kind of like this one. We'll start with this one. If somebody has and creates another one, please share. I think that this really can help with any kind of organization. I know there's a lot of people who talk about putting everything on paper and putting it in books. I kind of like the electronic part because then I can keep things in one place and move things around. And if I need to add additional lists, I can automatically add them. I found that doing stuff on paper, I tend to lose it. I don't remember where I put it. I'm really bad about that sometimes. I put things in a very logical place and then I can't remember what my logic was when I decided to do it. So I hope this was helpful. If you are interested in the Trello link, please let me know in the comments and I will make sure that I get that link to you. And please ask any questions. I will be happy. I'm not an expert. I've only been playing with this since March. So we can discover all kinds of stuff together. And I hope you have an amazing Friday. Thanks. Bye now.